The history of money. Before money, people just traded with one another. If you had grain and I had fish, we made a deal. This worked, but only when both people had something that the other party wanted. That's called a double coincidence of wants. But it's a problem. What if I need shoes, but the shoemaker doesn't want my fish? Then I have to trade with somebody else to get an item that the shoemaker wants, and so on and so forth. This system doesn't scale. You can't run a town or marketplace like that. Plus, some things are very difficult to split. A cow is harder to divide than fruit or eggs. And you can't really store value long term in food. Things like fish goes bad. So bartering had its limits. To fix that, villagers started using cowrie shells. They were nice looking shells that were hard to find. Small, durable, kind of rare, it could work as money. You could carry them, count them, and trade them. For a while, they were accepted in many different villages. This was the beginning of a medium of exchange, not just stuff to trade, but money. Then came metal, bronze tools, copper rings, and eventually gold coins. These had real value, took time and effort to make, and lasted longer. Now you could trade across cities and regions. You didn't have to explain to a stranger why a shell was worth something. A gold coin spoke for itself. But here's what always happens. People figure out how to game the system. First, it was making fake cowrie shells. Then they made fake coins. Then rulers started to clip the coins and mix in cheap metals to make more profit. And guess what happened? The system broke. Once money can be manipulated, people lose trust in the system. So what was the next wave? It was record keeping. Ancient civilizations started tracking debt and ownership on clay tablets. Temples and merchants held deposits and gave people paper receipts. This was known as a ledger. That evolved into our modern banking system. Money went from metal coins to paper and trust in who is keeping the record. Paper used to be backed by gold. Now it's backed by nothing. Banks can print it, regulate it, and control the supply as they please. Today, money is mostly digital. It is just numbers on a screen. Our own currency is an IOU that's printed on paper.